Let me start with the plaintiff. What do you claim is?
The total balance owed today is $6,333.60.
6,000.
$6,33.60.
Got it. Okay.
Your Honor, we just got the case. We just got the case this week. We filed our answer yesterday and emailed Ms. Gannon the copy. There's been some confusion about the rent contributions that our client has been making and what MISHDA is paying. So our client has been giving the plaintiff $50 every month, which is her portion of the rent. So we're still trying to get in contact with MISHDA to figure out what's going on. So
her portion is 50?
yes.
Is that what it's been, ma'am?
Yes, but MISHDA, you'll see that I submitted some evidence that the termination of lease is effective June 30th, 2025. And so Holly is actually responsible for the full amount of rent since that termination date.
What was their reason for terminating?
Holly herself requested termination. It's actually the top document there. There is a letter from MISHDA, and stapled to it is a letter from Holly Ellison.
Your Honor, we're still trying to get into contact with MISHDA to figure out what's going on. Our client maintains that she signed a new lease, and so that MISHDA should be paying their normal portion.
Well, hold on a second. Was there so I don't know if you have these documents, Kev, or not, but it's the contract termination notice, and it states under their reason for termination, 30-day notice by tenant.
Yes, and then following that page is a copy of the letter that signed, well, it doesn't have her signature, but it is the letter that Holly sent requesting termination of the lease.
We don't have that letter, which is why we have been trying to.
No, I got you, and I would just indicate I don't. So this is a. Let me just read this part because so that you. What I'll do, counsels, I'll make sure that we'll fax over to you these documents that since the court has received them. But it says I am to the current management company or owner. I am submitting my 30-day notice as of today because of poor living conditions of your unit. The furnace needs maintenance, which I submitted to Prime Property Management and their maintenance team in October of 2024. They came many times to fix the problem and still have yet to fix the extremely loud vents. There's a major plumbing issue that has not been addressed by Prime Management, their management team, or new owner. And then says, it hasn't been addressed by her either, I guess is really what she's saying. It then states Holly Ellison and then lists a phone number. That's dated May 30th of 2025. And then there are some other documents. A little bit odd that it would be terminated in that fashion without a signature, but I'll let you guys deal with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this case is we'll send these documents over to you. I realize that you guys are new on this case, and I've got an answer and affirmative defenses which have been filed, which I'm presuming at some point may be amended. I'll adjourn this hearing over to October 24th, 2025 at 3 p.m. That's 3 p.m. Santa Croce.
We'd also, to that end, like permission for limited discovery for the maintenance reports on any rent ledgers.
Oh my gosh. Oh, dear. Just taught him for discovery. When you're saying limited discovery, what is exactly you're requesting, Cal?
We'd like the rent ledgers, because the rent that the plaintiff is alleging, we're not sure where that number is coming from based on the prime property lease. That calculation is incorrect. And we'd also like the maintenance reports, for anything that has been like that prime management or that the plaintiff has, sent maintenance, to the property for.
So basically, they're going to need a ledger and all maintenance request and repairs. How soon can you get that to them?
I will give myself until Monday, but it could be later today, depending on, I have work a full-time job as well, but.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do it in a formal order of discovery. I'm going to order that the plaintiff, however, provide those two things to the defendant's counsel. You're to do that by October 15th, Wednesday of next week. And I just want to make sure, counsel, that I'm getting exactly what you want. You're really looking for a ledger so that you can begin the process of trying to figure out how it was calculated. Is that?
Yes.
Okay. Then I was right. All right.
And
Anything else?
the only other thing I would say is we hope to get.
Didn't I? You know what? You know
Yeah.
what? So when he interrupted me the last time, what did I say? I said I only wanted to hear from the student. I didn't want to hear from you.
Oh, God.
Didn't I say that?
All I wanted to say.
She was doing a wonderful job, Senator Croce, and I don't. Go ahead, mess it up.
She is a stellar student attorney. I just want to be clear, Your Honor, with the plaintiff. Our hope is to get her paid, right? No one's trying to get out of anything here. We're just trying to get Mr. to come through, clear up this confusion. She did want to leave at some point. It doesn't work for her now. We just want to make the plaintiff whole and allow this woman and her child to continue to live in peace. That's all. And it sounds like it's been a good relationship. The money's gotten screwed up. We hope to fix it.
She might disagree with that, but
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
going
I
to get into
understand.
that today. All right. Okay, very good. And Counselor, you've been before me before, haven't you?
I have not. My first time.
You have not. So I'm looking at it and I said, I don't know if the hair changed or what. I don't know. So where are you from?
Originally from Missouri, but I went to undergrad at Michigan.
So you were an undergrad at Michigan, just couldn't leave and go to a good school. So now you're in law school there.
Yep, I love
Okay, I
the
get
chance
that
have to
part.
stay.
And you just sort of arrived from, where'd you do? So you did undergrad at Michigan, but you're originally from Missouri.
Yes.
Okay. That's okay. I'll let you practice. If you had been from someplace like, I don't know, North Carolina or something, I would have changed my mind about you practicing. All right. All right. Well, welcome aboard. Okay, thank you. We'll see everybody in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, David.
This is a matter for termination of tenancy. We do have a proposed consent judgment terminating a tenancy with an October 31st move out date. I'd explain to Ms. Bauer-Banks that if she moves out by that date, and I've added this language to paragraph 10 of the order, if she vacates by 5 p.m. on October 31st, plaintiff will stipulate to set the judgment aside and dismiss the case. I do have an order prepared that's signed by both parties, and she did watch the video, and I reviewed with her the 3-day right to rescind. Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, is all of that correct?
Yes.
Well, you hesitated. What's
Well, I didn't think it was a fire hazard. And if they did clean out the vents, I wouldn't be putting anything up there. I asked for the vents to be cleaned out because I saw stuff crawling out of the vents. And then most recently it got worse. Now we got roaches. And at first one of the guy wasn't doing his job right, so they got somebody else And the roaches are clearing up. But when we first moved there, I had a problem in my room with flies and house flies. And they came and they sprayed it. And a couple of weeks later, it was gone. But then we had gnats coming in there somehow, or drain flies. Then I had in my room, I had ants. So we've been dealing with bugs ever since we've been in this apartment complex.
Okay, so are you consenting to move from the premises or
Yeah, we would
not?
like to move.
Pardon?
Yeah, we would like to move. Yes.
You want to move out and
Yeah.
by this date? Okay, is there anything on this judgment that you are that you have some confusion about? You understand the terms. The terms are indicating that you were going to vacate the premises by the end of this month, October 31st.
Yeah, I'll try.
Pardon?
I'll try to. We got a lot of stuff.
Okay. But you realize that if you're not out, they can seek an order of eviction and you could be forcibly removed from the premises.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yes. The time, a little bit more time, but they said no.
A little bit more time to do what? Move?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're willing to move. And are you saying that October 31st isn't enough time?
It might not be because we've been putting in apps and you have to put money down when you put your application in.
Okay,
And that's-
so ma'am, and please correct me if I'm wrong. The issue isn't so much entirely getting your stuff out and moving, it's where you're gonna go. Is that really the issue?
Yes.
Okay. And you put in applications and you don't have a place at this point to go.
Right.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What happens, or have you thought about what you would do if October 31st comes around? You haven't received a place yet. And the plaintiff sends the sheriff there to have you move. What are you going to do?
Try and put the stuff in storage and move in with my mom.
Okay,
But her place is small.
gotcha. But at least you're not completely out there until you, okay. All right. So, and I guess the better way to put that, there's a backup plan. You may not like the backup plan, but there's a backup plan. Right. You were just talking about enough time. I don't know what you meant by that.
31st. The 31st at 5:00. I mean,
Okay,
that's what I was saying.
I got you. So in your world, what would be enough time?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Pardon?
I can try. I don't want to go to trial because I don't think it's.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. And I realize it might be over objection, but I won't sign the judgment otherwise. I'm going to extend it just a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it November 3rd.
November 3rd.
November 3rd. Okay, ma'am, and the reason I'm doing that, ma'am, is when I look at the calendar, what that does is that gets you another weekend to do what you need to do. So if you're up against a gun, you got to move. You've got that weekend where you may have people that can help you who aren't working, who can follow me. Okay, so I will sign that judgment with that. And ma'am, Mr. Visconti explained to you your rights under the court rule, the 3-day right of rescission, correct?
I did. You
Yeah.
caught me
The
talking
3
about,
business days.
you have until next
File
Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. All right, very good. I've signed the judgment by consent. All right. Thank you. Good luck to you,
All
ma'am.
right, thank you.
Will we get a copy today, Your Honor?
You can get a copy at the clerk's office. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I can do that.
That's right.
Where are we on this case?
Your Honor, I have a balance including October rent of $1,132.47.
Okay. Did she pay her October rent?
Yes.
Yes, I
Okay,
paid
the only
more.
reason I'm asking is because the balance I had at the end of September was $965.49. And then I now have this balance, and I specifically was asking Ms. Herrera, could she pay her October rent? And she said she could pay her October rent on the 3rd. So I'm not understanding why the balance went up like it did.
Your Honor, so I see a payment on the 3rd of $600, which brought it back down to $982.47. That was within, I was looking at the wrong, it was within, $20 of September's
Right.
balance. And then late fees were added as well.
How much were late fees?
There was a $100 late fee on that is applied on, well, normally it's applied on the 3rd, but I see it listed as on the 9th. And then on the 10th, there was a $50 late fee.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do something with that when we get to the end of this, but there's a recert issue as I'm understanding this.
I believe that the recertification issue it's my understanding that the recertification issue was resolved, but there's an underlying veterans
Yeah.
benefits issue that would affect that.
Okay, but here's I get it, but the problem is she's now having to try to deal with getting an answer from an agency where the federal government is shut down. So the likelihood of her getting a response is almost nil.
Right.
And meanwhile, as she's going along, she's going out of the world backwards financially because stuff is being added to
Right.
her account and she can't do anything.
Right. And I think my client would understand that, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Herrera, and I know the answer to this is probably no. You don't have, I think you were dealing with Social Security Administration, right? And you have
Yes.
no answer. You have no answer right now from them, right?
No, I do not. I spoke with them. They received the request to review my account, and it's still pending. They said so it could take six months. They did not give me an exact day or status update on that.
Okay. When was the last time you spoke to them?
This was in August
Yeah, okay. All right.
or early September.
Okay. And there's after October 1st, there's not going to be a reason for you to call. Usually pay your rent on the 3rd, right?
Yes, and I actually paid more than what I'm supposed to pay. My balance, my payment is $530. I paid $600 on the 3rd.
Got it.
And
Okay, so here's what I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just did want to add that utilities are also assessed, and so the portion, Ms. Herrera's portion is 520, with with the other fees, it was something more like 620, I think.
What other fee?
Okay. So it was
Ms.
620, right? It was 620, which got us the $20 over, and then the late fees thing was kicked in. All right.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Herrera, here's what I'm going to do, and we'll deal with the late fee issue at some point. If you can get your client to just suspend those for the time, but she can't do anything. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
cold-hearted reality.
I understand, Your Honor. And honestly, since it is the 10th, it's likely that, and I'm looking at this, sometimes the software will add it automatically and then they'll go back in later and fix it.
And try to do it.
Right, yeah. So if they crop up on there, I can talk to my client.
Okay. And Ms. Herrera, I told you,
Yes.
we're not going to abandon you. If we just got to keep going with it, we're going to go with it till somebody will give you an answer, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. I truly appreciate it.
Okay, so here, not a problem. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to November 7th, 2025 at 2 p.m. You'll get your November rent paid by the 3rd or whatever, around there, okay? And we'll just keep walking it through because we can't do anything until the federal government opens back up and somebody can give you a response. Because when they told you in August that it was going to take that long, with them not being there, it's probably going to take even longer. So we'll figure out something.
I didn't even think about that, the government shutdown.
You didn't hear anything about it?
Oh, I'm saying I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Trying to
Yeah. I
answer
mean,
for them right now.
so that review they were having, I would suspect has stopped. And so nothing's happening. And you're not going to get an answer. And we're just where we are. So,
Okay.
all right.
And Your Honor,
I guess
if I may
those
ask,
people in Washington just have to do better. Go ahead, ma'am. What?
oh, I was gonna say, if I may ask, I'm still doing the clinicals and that date on the 7th at 2 p.m. I usually get off at 2.
Ms. Herrera,
Yes.
I'll wait for you.
Thank
Well,
Okay.
odds are we'll still be here.
That's right. We'll
Okay.
wait for you. Okay.
Okay.
You have
I
never,
may look a
you've
little
always
crazy,
appeared.
but I'll be
It's okay. You've always appeared. And if you weren't here, then I'm going to worry that there's a reason why you're not here. So
okay.
you don't worry about that. We'll take care of that. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
You do the same. And I
Thank
think
you.
that was it for. Well,
Yep,
hold
that's
on
all.
a second. We moved it before. What's the think time on the 7th?
The think time is 3.
It's 3.
On the 7th? Oh,
The think time on the 7th is 3.
So we're going to solve that problem right now. I'm going to set this at 3 p.m. That way you don't have to stress, worry about being late. Everybody forgot about you or whatever you're trying to worry about at that moment. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Okay.
Take care of yourself. Have a
good
great
weekend.
weekend.
You as well.
thank you. Have a good weekend.
All right. Take care, Miss Jones. And where are we on this one? We were at. Yes. Where are we now?
Your Honor, we were able to resolve the money order issue, so that has been applied to her account. So as of today, the rent to retain is $488.89, cost of $186.00, for a total of $674.89.
674.89. Okay. Well, we made some progress. Yes, ma'am.
They did not.
I need your name.
Marcia Pressler,
Okay.
helping Mary Clark.
Yes.
They did not remove the $50 insufficient fee from the account yet. So for the money order that they said bounced.
Right. So you're saying the fee was still on there?
Yes.
Your Honor, it is still on the ledger. I do
Okay. So
believe it would
if,
be appropriate for that to be removed.
yeah, so if we took 50 off, you'd be at 2489.
Yes, and yeah, what happened was she was unaware of the second late fee that they charge after the 15th or 17th. And so each month, and no one told her, but it's in the lease, I'm sure. But so that's how the past due balance and all that got going. And by them changing their office people so many times, communication was not happening.
All right.
So,
Let me ask you this, though.
mhm,
I get all of that.
okay.
How are we gonna get this paid?
I'm gonna find a way.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah,
I bet you do.
yeah.
But now that we got that part, if you had to come up, how soon do you think you can come up with those?
What do I owe?
The six, well, let's say 625 at this point, because I think there's $50 that probably should be taken off for the NSL.
Um,
I rounded up 11 cents, so.
probably let me think, just 1 minute.
Okay.
My rent's coming up for November. I don't want to attack that and have them attack it. I'm gonna try and get this money in this month,
Okay.
some kind of way. My children will probably help me.
Okay,
know.
okay, great. So let me ask you this. If I adjourn this out to the 24th, now that we've got that other part corrected, and now we know what the balance is, do you think you can get this done
Yes,
by the 24th?
yes,
Everybody, and then they can dismiss this case and
yes,
get yourself back on schedule.
yes,
We can do that?
I can do that.
All right, over the objection of plaintiff, I'm going to adjourn it out to my next available date of October 24th, 2025 at noon. Okay? Okay, so here's the thing. All right. Ms. Clark, if you get it all paid before then and you make sure that everything's paid,
Mhm.
then you don't need to come back to see me.
All right.
I would love to see you, but you don't need to come back to see
Yeah,
me.
you pretty cool yourself.
Miss Clark, that is the best thing anybody has said to me all week. Thank you.
That's right. You're quite welcome.
All right. So you get that paid, then the case can be dismissed. You'll
Okay.
get yourself back on track for November, and then you can go. Okay,
Thank
if
you.
not, then I'll need to see you on that day.
All righty then, you might have to see me, but I doubt it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, and thank you for helping her out.
Yes,
All right.
thank you.
Your Honor, and just for the record, we would object to that.
I think you were going
Adjournment.
to do that, and
Yes.
I'm going to do what I got to do. All right. I mean, objection noted. That's what I told. All right. Thank you. You're here and you are stationary in your vehicle, I take it.
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. All right, so where are we now on his case?
Your Honor, I have rent to retain of $822.25. Court cost of $190.00 for a total of $1,012.25. Your Honor, this is the second hearing at this point, so we would be asking for entry of a judgment.
So he paid the 2,000, but then his October rent clicked in, right? I think that's
Correct, Your Honor.
basically how we got here.
And
All right, Mr. Rhodes, how are you
Yeah.
going to get this paid, sir?
I can get it paid in 2 weeks.
You said by the 24th?
Yes.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do in your case. I'm going to grant them a judgment finding no tribal issue after a hearing for the total amount of the $1,012.20, was it 25 cents?
Yes, 25 cents, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to grant them a judgment. Your normal time that you would have to pay it, or the writ date would be the 20th. And I'll indicate on this, no writ to issue till the 24th. So you get that in on the Friday, you'll be good. It'll all be satisfied. You're good to go. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's call the case of Scioto Farms versus Jeffrey Steenberg.
Mr. Mattson for the plaintiff.
Jeffrey Steenberg or Brent Steenberg? I do not have a response. You had, okay, who are you?
Jesse.
Come on up. You're Jesse. Come on. I'm sorry if I was mispronouncing.
Right.
All right, state your name for the record.
Jesse Steenberg.
All right. And how much is now owing?
Your Honor, the total or the rent to retain is $1,445.38. Cost of $230 for a total of $1,675.38. And again, this is the second hearing. We would be asking for a judgment today.
All right. And we kind of got here the same way. She paid, did you pay the 3,000?
32 this morning, yes, sir.
Pardon?
The 32.
You paid 32?
Yes. Sir.
Okay, and so then what was ever, well, hold on. When did you pay 32?
At 1 o'clock this afternoon, Your Honor.
Today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you've already taken that off?
Yes, Your Honor. That
Okay,
does
all right.
reflect that, yes.
I was about to say, this math isn't working. All right. So then you have the 1675, which is really going to constitute, it looks like mainly October
Yes, Your Honor.
is what it is. Okay. Young lady, how are you going to get that paid?
Yes. I also get paid in 2 weeks. And I've been in conversing with the leasing office. I've set up a plan where I'll also be paying an additional amount for a month in advance, so this never happens again.
Bless your heart. You talk to them about that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you want to make sure you pay in advance? You don't want to see me?
I would.
No.
You're very
No, you really
charismatic.
don't have to answer that. I'm
This is
feeling lonely, so
terrifying.
I'm just asking people. All right. Okay. So, so you can get this paid by the 24th?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Okay. So let me do it this way. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the last gentleman. I'm going to extend the writ date out. I'm going to grant them a judgment. You okay?
Sorry.
What's wrong?
This is terrifying.
It is?
Experience, and also I just feel very bad that I've done this to the community, and I'm just trying to right the wrong and also have a home for my daughter. So sorry.
So just think about it for a moment. The only thing that happened is you fell behind on a bill, right? That's really what happened, right? Okay, so listen. Is this the only bill in your life you've fallen behind on? No? Okay, everybody has fallen behind at some point. You're good, because here's the thing. And you shouldn't feel bad about it, because once the problem came up, you found a way to correct it and to get yourself back on track.
I know. I made a promise signing that lease, and I just publicly am so sorry that we haven't been perfect tenants. That's all.
There is no need for you to apologize. You came here, when you were at the last hearing, and let me tell you, you're thinking of all the bad things. Let me tell you the one of the good things. You made a promise to me when you told me that you were going to pay the $3,000 on a certain day, and you did it. You paid it.
Yes, sir.
And so that's a good thing. So for the thing is that you're not giving yourself credit for the good things you're doing, but you want to take responsibility for all the bad things you think you did. Okay?
Okay.
I don't want you feeling bad about any of this at all. All right? I think you're a good person that you just want to do the right thing. And so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grant a judgment to them, but finding no tribal issue after a hearing on this case for their 1675 38 or 58. What did I write? All right, so I'm going to grant them that judgment. Normally, you'd have 10 days to get it paid. You told me that you can pay it on the 24th.
Yes, sir. If not earlier.
Okay, so I'm going to give you to the 24th.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to extend it out. You get it paid. You are all done. All right. Then you don't have to come back and see that scary judge again. All right.
Yes, sir.
That work for you?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And you have a very blessed afternoon and weekend. All right.
You as well, Judge. Thank you.
And you know what? Sometimes in life, one of the things that has to happen is we try to do the right thing by everybody else, and we don't do the right thing by ourselves. So sometimes what you have to do is you just have to show yourself a little grace.
Yes, sir.
For being a human. And I have a feeling you don't do that, particularly with this. So give yourself a little grace.
Thank you, sir.
You take care.
You as well.
In this matter, then, Mr. Carter?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to adjourn your matter, since we had called your case, to October 24th, 2025 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. All right.
I got a question, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I paid the rent and I have receipt that everything's paid and I have a zero balance. So how does all this work?
Oh, okay. So the case that you're here on is not a non-payment of rent case.
Okay.
You're here because of certain violations to the claimed violations to the agreement that you
Okay.
have with your landlord. Okay. So this really
Okay.
isn't about rent. That makes sense to you? You got that, Mr. Carter?
Yeah. Kinda.
Okay. So my understanding also from what Ms. Lacy is saying is that there's some agreement that you've reached with the
Okay.
landlord, but I can't enter that today.
Yeah, Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
All right. That's why I have to adjourn your case out.
Okay. I understand.
All right. Okay.
All
So
righty.
we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
This is a termination of tenancy. What's the plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, this property was foreclosed. The redemption period ran. We sent a notice of quit, and we are now just seeking possession.
All right. Mr. Bradley, what's your position on this?
I'm willing to give them possession. I'm just having a hard time getting all of my stuff off the property because I had to get a storage unit. I'm trying to get movers to help me out, and it's just me. So, and I have, stuff from my family history and all that kind of stuff. So
Gotcha.
I'm willing to relinquish the property to them and turn over keys as long as I can have enough time to get my stuff out. And I was wondering about, can we seek a conditional dismissal?
Okay. So, all right. I don't think a conditional dismissal is out of the question on it. The real question is going to be how much time you're going to need, you think?
Can Attorney Gross tell me how much they might be able to extend me to get out? Can I say like 20 days? Is that possible?
Miss Bradley?
Yes.
This is a family home?
Yeah, it's a single family home, but I'm the only person. It was my house. I lost my house.
All right. But I guess what I was asking is this one of the homes that was sort of generationally passed down and then here you
No,
are.
sir. No, sir. I purchased this home. I rented it
Okay.
initially, and then I purchased my home, and then I lost my employment, which is why I got to where I am now. And I'm now
Okay.
working. I'm currently at work, but that's why we're in this situation. So I'm
All
just
right.
asking
So,
for some more leniency with time.
all right. You asked counsel about 20. I don't know if he has the authority to do that. You guys can work
Yeah.
out something. Typically in these cases, just so that you know,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
realize somebody has to kind of move their life
Yeah.
when they get here, and all of a sudden it's become real. They maybe should have been doing things earlier, but whatever. But I think behooves both parties if there can be a peaceful sort of transition of the property. And so
Okay.
customarily I will give, and I look at it between the 30 to 45 day period so people can get their things out, get themselves settled, and the individual
That
can
would be
get,
great.
and they can do that. So just, I say that just to give you guys a framework of usually where I head. Okay. And I'm not saying that that's what I'm going to order. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just trying to tell you that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn it out a couple weeks. And Miss Bradley, why don't you
Yes.
contact the attorney?
I will.
All right, Mr. Groves, and he'll be nice to you. If he's not, Miss Bradley, you tell me. All right,
I can't hear
and I'll
you. Are you
take care
there?
of it. All right.
Okay. All right. Attorney Gross,
All right.
I'll be able to contact you later today, but I'm currently at work, so it'll have to be when I get off work, okay?
That's fine.
All
I'll be
right.
here all day.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
I'll adjourn it out to October 24th, 2025 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, ma'am. So
Okay.
everybody
Okay.
needs to be here, and let's see if we can get this worked out. All right?
Okay, you said the 24th at 3 p.m. at the courthouse?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you both. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Your Honor. You
Thank
as
you.
well.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Amy Rende versus Coney Drummer.
This is summary proceedings for possession and money. There's personal service. Rent to retain is $10,246. Court costs in the amount of $255. Total is $10,501 with an eviction order to issue honor after 10/20/25. Ask the court to enter that judgment. I can email it to the clerk.
This was a termination based upon 30-day, and you're requesting a money judgment. So
Yes.
judgment for possession. This is being a termination case.
Right.
By default, writ to issue in 10 days. I will also grant a money judgment in the total amount of $10,501 to the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll sign that when it comes in. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
This is a health and safety complaint. What is the claim?
Your Honor, it's my ex-girlfriend. I recently bought a house this past August. When I was at work, she moved into the house with all her things and 15 pit bull dogs. I let her know right away that I didn't want the dogs here, that they were loud, that the house smelled, and that they were going to terrorize the house. She refused to move the dogs out. I then tried to move the dogs out with police serving as a civil standby. The police told me that the dogs were her personal property. I disagreed with the police and told them 4 or more dogs is considered a kennel in our city. And she's got 15 dogs upstairs and I don't want them in my house anymore. The cop said that was a good point. I'd have to bring it up in your courtroom. Since then, she's posted an ad on the internet soliciting the sale of these dogs. So now I got strangers coming in and out of the house to try and purchase a dog. So the kennel is serving as a pet store now. I just want her things and her dogs out of my house as immediate as the court sees fit. So she stops her expense-free dog business out of my home. I haven't been home in 2 months.
Miss
Excuse
Truman?
me, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes, I can't figure out how to start my video. It's saying backgrounds.
All right. Fine, I'm not gonna worry about that at this point.
Oh,
Ms. Truman, there you are. We see you. Your video started.
okay. Okay.
What do you
and
have
then may
to
I
say
speak?
about this, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. So, everything he said is definitely not true. We had a year-long relationship. He bought me this house for me and the dog specifically. We were staying in a hotel for 5 months, and then we were looking for houses. This is the one that we chose. I went on house tours for months. So we finally closed on the house. I moved in. The second day, we got in a really big argument about him wanting to put our bed that we're going to sleep on in the living room because it's a bigger room. And there's like 8 bedrooms in the house. It's like a really big house. So we got in an argument because we also were living there with my mom and my brother because that was the whole plan, that we all needed a place to live. And the dogs just being born, we couldn't stay in a hotel with them. So this was always the plan. And we moved in. And then the second day, we got in an argument about the bed being in the living room. And I told him I wanted it to be in a bedroom because of the space, obviously. And then a few hours later, we ended up like getting over it. And then a few hours later,
Ma'am, let me just stop you for a moment. Are you intending to get an attorney to represent you?
Yes.
All right. So let me do this. I'm going to adjourn this out to the 24th, 2025 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. Ma'am, you will have to file a written answer with the court to his complaint.
Your Honor.
You'll have to file that written answer by the October 17th. Yes, sir. Were you trying to say something to me?
Is it your decision then that the dogs are her personal property and she's not running a business out of my house? I mean, the dogs are.
Sir, I can't. How in the heck am I going to render a decision?
She doesn't have anything in writing. I mean, it's real estate. Like, you need a written agreement, otherwise everybody be walking around.
Sir, that may involve the real estate. Typically, pets or animals are considered personal property.
And excuse me, Your Honor.
Look,
just
folks,
so you and Barry knows.
I really do not relish getting in the middle of a relationship and being the third wheel on a date. I'm going to have to do it, but you're going to have to be here in person. That's how I'm going to do this. Ms. Struman, you need a written answer within 7 days on the 17th. I'll see you both for our date on October 24th, 2025 at 3 p.m. in person.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
How do I do the written response?
You'll have to file a written answer. I might suggest that you talk to an attorney. I can't give you legal advice. All right. Look forward to it. Court's going to stand in recess. Hello. What is your claim, Mr. Freeman?
2957 total.
$2,957. All right. And Ms. Bannock, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, I lost my job in August. I just got a new one. I'm going to reapply for the SCR and call Hawk again because I didn't qualify because I didn't have a job. So,
gotcha.
Yeah. And then I was hoping I could also make payments because I can obviously pay it now I have a job. So I can retain
I
business.
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So there was a form that came in your packet called a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out with your tracking number for SER. Submit that to the court by next Wednesday. Okay.
I can do that.
And then, and then the other thing is, in terms of payments, how much, what are you thinking right now? I can't agree that there'll be a payment plan. You'll need to talk to the landlord or Mr. Friedman about that. But between now and the 24th, how much can you pay?
I'm not completely sure, but whatever I make, I can pay. And then whatever I make, my next paycheck, I can pay the whole thing because everything else is, I had gotten help for like my other bills. So I don't have any other obligations.
Okay.
I
got you. So you're trying to, but you don't know what your paycheck's going to be yet.
No, I don't. I just know that I'm making 18 an hour right now.
Okay. All right.
So Yeah.
So I'll let that happen. Make the payments that you can. All
Mhm.
right. Talk to the landlord, get that form into the court. I'll adjourn this out to October 24th, 2025 at 12 noon.
Mhm.
That is an in-person hearing, so you need to be at the courthouse, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Is that it for you, Mr. Friedman?
That's it for now. Thank you.
All righty, take care, sir. Court calls the case of Thomas Demurray versus Robert Wright.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Good morning.
All right, Mr. There you are, sir. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
$43,775, including costs.
43,000?
Yes, sir. Possession only.
All right, sir, how were you intending on getting that paid?
Well, I have, due to a very due to being diagnosed with a very aggressive form of cancer, I lost my employment and I recently did find a new job. So I have begun making payments on all of my past due bills. I would like to set up a payment plan with Mr. Fink to get this taken care of. I have already vacated the property myself, but I still have items there that I need to get out of the property so that they can go ahead and re-rent it to someone else. But I would like to set up a payment plan with him to get this taken care of as best I can.
Your Honor, I'm happy to do that with Mr. Wright as soon as we have possession. Mr. Wright, could you, let's see.
Why don't I do this? Because Mr. Wright, they're asking for possession only on this case. So the real question is how soon you can turn the property over to them, and then you can arrange payment of the back debt. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll let you and Mr. Fink, you'll probably need to call his office, talk to him about arranging the time to turn over the keys and give plaintiff possession.
Okay.
I'll adjourn this out to October 24th, 2025 at 1 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then that way, try to have you guys work something out between now and then. All right. That's an in-person hearing, sir.
May I, Your Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Wright, if you surrender possession, then we can dismiss this case and talk about the debt separately.
Okay.
Otherwise, we have to proceed.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that totally. And I will give you a call probably. Is it good to call you today or Monday?
You can probably tell I'm not in the office right now, but call me today or Monday and my assistant will get your information and I'll get right back to you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Court does call the case of Flomar Apartments versus Mackenzie Parker.
James Fink for the plaintiff. I think she's here.
Yeah. Parker?
I see her name. I see her.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can see you.
Okay, sorry.
It's all right. And how much is plaintiff claiming is owing on this case?
Including the court costs is $2,661.
All right. And Ms. Parker, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, I just started a new job about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, so I should be getting paid. So whatever I get paid, it's 14 an hour. I'm working like around 30 hours. So whatever I get paid, I could pay that. And then hopefully I have to talk to the landlord or the people in the leasing office, but I probably will have to set up a payment plan to help pay that down.
To try to get it paid off. All right, I'll give you an opportunity to try to talk to them. Have you sought any other type of assistance?
I was looking at the SCR. I just have to go ahead and fill out the application.
All right, so here's what I'm going to tell you. I'll adjourn this out to October 24th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Yes. At 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. If you're going to do an SCR, look in your packet that was sent to you. There's a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out, put your tracking number on that, get that to the court by next Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. You can also then call the landlord or the attorney's office and try to set up a payment plan on it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And we
And
reserve
is
escrow,
there,
Your Honor.
pardon? Yes, escrow is reserved.
Thank you.
And ma'am, is there any amount that you know that you can pay between now and the 24th?
To the 24th. I know I could pay for sure, like at least 600,
All
maybe
right.
700.
So what I'll do is I'll put you need to pay 600 by the 23rd.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And get that to the landlord. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
New Park Ridge Apartments versus Cindy Dodd.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Miss Dodd, she's there.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, Miss Dodd. Okay, what is
Hi.
plaintiff's claim?
$2,813 inclusive of costs.
Okay, Ms. Dodd, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I set up a payment plan with the rental office, but I also been working with legal aid, and they applied for rental assistance for me. She called me yesterday. They were trying to get it pushed for approval.
Got it. Did they say where that assistance was coming from at all?
Did not. I was working with Jill from legal services.
Okay, but she didn't say where.
She didn't say where. No.
Okay, but there's.
But I did apply for a SCR as well.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a note that she's working with Wayne Metro, but I
got
don't
it.
have her number or anything.
Okay.
She looks
So, ma'am,
Huh?
what you'll need to do is regarding your SCR, you'll need to fill out that form that came in the packet, the rental assistance form, and get it to the court by next Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. And
Thank
I'll
you.
adjourn this out to October 24th, 2025 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, but hopefully we can, sounds like you're on your way. Maybe it can get resolved. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Fink, what is the claim in this case?
$3,500.
All right. And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I'm working on it with the U of M senior housing department.
Okay. And are they trying to get assistance for you to get it paid?
Yes.
Okay. Do
They're
you know
here
where
now with
they're?
me. They're here
I'm
now
sorry.
with me. They're here with me now.
Oh, are they? Okay. Where is that process? And do you know where you're in it? All right, who's there with you? Okay, you're
This
going to
is
explain
Maddie
it to me. Okay,
from the
great.
Housing Bureau for Seniors. Okay, so we are working with Michelle.
Hold on a second. Did you really think I could read that ID?
No, not really. But it's
Okay,
just
all
like-
right, all right. I'm like thinking that was nice of you to show it to me. I can't, my eyes don't work that well. Go ahead.
Good effort. So yeah, we are looking at exploring options for funding and then also exploring options at maybe a move out plan because it is a pretty unaffordable situation for Michelle. But we will file rental assistance to get that 2 week stay because time is of the essence, as you know.
Yes, and so here's what I'll do. Since you're working on it, what I'll do is I'll adjourn this out to the 24th, 2025 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. I would suggest that you contact the landlord's attorney just to apprise them of the status and where things are and what you're attempting to try to do with it, okay?
Perfect.
All right.
My number, Madden.
Thanks, Mr. Fink. I'll be in touch.
Good.
Yes, I need, ma'am, I need your name for the record.
Madden Litton, MADYN LITTEN. Thank you.
Got it. Thank you.
For the record, Your Honor, Ms. Litton is known as awesome.
Is that okay?
Thank you. You want to say thank you?
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
All righty. Thank you, Ms. Schumont. Take care. New Park Ridge Apartments versus Yolanda Greer, DeMarco Kilgore, and is it Pravina Sanders?
James Fink for the plaintiff. I saw Ms. Greer.
Ms. Greer? Oh, there she is. She's trying to talk to me, but she's muted.
Oh, I see her. While she figures that out, the claim is
Unmute.
$558, and she figured it out.
I figured it out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's $558?
$3,558.
Okay. All right. And Ms. Greer, how were you
Yes.
intending on getting that paid?
I've been sick, but I'll go back to work Sunday, so I'm planning on getting partial payment in today. I'm planning on doing another one by the 17th, and then I get paid again on the 31st. I had talked with someone in the office and was agreed to make a payment plan with them.
All right. Let me ask you this. How much are you going to pay today?
I want to pay about maybe between $600 and $800 today.
All right. Okay. And then on the 17th, what do you think you can pay?
By the 17th, I should be able to pay the whole 16.
1,600
Yes.
on that day. Okay.
Yes.
Then you'll still have a balance. And then, okay. And you think you're going to try to work out a payment plan with them. Okay.
Yeah,
Right?
I get paid again on the 31st. I was gonna pay the remaining balance on the 31st.
I gotcha. Okay. But you'll probably have to have their agreement to do that. But
Okay.
here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to adjourn this out to October 24th.
Okay.
2025 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing.
Okay.
So what I would be looking for is that at least about 2,300 of this amount is paid.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then we can look at what to do.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Fair.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You do the same. Have a great
I
weekend.
will. Thank you.
The Haven versus Juan Cedeno.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
And also Maria Cedeno Cruz. Neither are here. You've been sworn. You may proceed.
Your Honor, this is an action for non-payment of rent. These defendants owe $2,795.56 in rent. The costs are $220. We request a default judgment for possession only in the amount of $3,015.56.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days.
Thank you.
The Haven versus Allah Hassan and Fatin Farah.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Hassan, Farah, neither are here. You may proceed.
Your Honor, this also is a non-payment of rent matter. These defendants owe $7,235.78 in rent. The costs are $220 for a total of $7,455.78.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ issue in 10 days. The Haven versus Jacqueline Gatson Lynn.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
And Ashley Thompson. Gatson Lynn, Thompson, neither are here. You may proceed.
Your Honor, this is also a non-payment case. These defendants owe $1,041.22 in rent. The costs are $220 for a total of $1,261.22 possession only.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ issue in 10 days. Flomar Apartments versus McGuire. The Haven versus John Cristiano. The Haven versus Nikki Hess. And the Haven versus Gigi Heron. All of those matters are dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Arbor Woods versus Flora Boone. Oh, there she is.
Good morning, Your
I'm
Honor.
here.
Matson, P8779 on behalf of plaintiff.
All right. And Ms. Boone is here also. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, I have rent to retain of $3,063.00, court costs of $186.00, for a total of $3,249.00.
And Ms. Boone, how were you intending on getting this paid?
I paid the past due rent yesterday. They must have just didn't update it. So the rent for this month should be paid back in 2 weeks.
Okay, so how much did you pay yesterday?
I paid $15.40, I believe.
$15.40? And you don't have that, is that correct, Ms. Mance?
I do not have that on my ledger.
Okay,
I gave money orders yesterday.
all right. And so then you say you can have the balance by what date?
The 24th.
Okay, what time of day? All right. Can you get that paid before noon, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, pay it as soon as you can. If you get a
I
check
will.
on the 23rd, that you can do that
Right.
so that hopefully we can get this matter dismissed. But I'll indicate that you're going to pay the balance on the 24th. I'll adjourn this to October 24th. My next available date, 2025 at what time? At 12 noon. Okay, that's an
Thank
in-person hearing. So you'll need to be here, but if you have everything paid and you're sure it's paid, I don't need to see you because they're going to dismiss.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Arbor Woods versus Cheyenne Ellswick Garcia.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Oh, she's here. All right. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
All right, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, I have. Let me just make sure this is not a typo. I have rent to retain of $17,338.46. Court costs of $186.00 for a total of $17,524.46.
Okay. Ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, I lost my job in August and wasn't able to pay for September. I moved out October 1st due to non-payment. And I am currently homeless with 3 children. So I'm not sure how I'll be able to pay moving forward.
Okay, hold on. All right.
I'm sorry.
So, no, it's okay. It's all right. Okay, so I want to make sure I heard what you have indicated. You're.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know it's okay. All right. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. And that is that you're out, you're no longer residing in the unit?
Correct.
Okay. Did you turn in the keys to Arbor Woods?
I did, and I also submitted a vacant property, a letter to the office. I think I faxed it over to you guys, stating that I was going to leave due to loss of job.
Okay.
Your Honor,
I did. Yes, I see that. Okay, go ahead. Yes, Miss Mance.
Your Honor, if we could just pass this matter, I can confirm with my client that they do have keys, and then we can dismiss this case.
All right. Ms. Ellswick, I'm going to pass it. Okay. And it may take a bit because I got some cases to get through. She's going to just try to confirm with the client that you vacated the premises, and then maybe this case could be dismissed, and at least we could take one little burden away from you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
I'll pass it. Arbor Woods versus Jada Griggs.
Casey Matson on behalf of plaintiff.
she here? Oh, there she is. Oh, there. Okay, Ms. Griggs?
Yes.
Okay, we've got you. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, I have rent to retain of $8,673.44. Court costs of $186.00 for a total of $8,859.44.
Okay, Ms. Griggs, how were you intending on getting that paid?
I have half of it and I had Hawk helping me, but my ledger has a different amount on there.
Okay, are you looking at the ledger that includes October or no?
I don't know. It probably does. Okay, that's probably what it is.
That's probably the difference. Okay.
Okay.
So how much do you have to pay to that landlord?
I have 3,000 and I'm waiting for Hawk to get back with me.
Okay, so you have 3,000 now,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That you can pay over?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get that paid to the landlord. Can you do that by Monday or Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay, so pay that by the 14th.
Okay.
And then that's gonna leave you about 58, somewhere around there. Is there gonna be another payment you're expecting other than Hawk?
Yes, I have another paycheck coming with like 3,000 as well.
On what date would that happen?
That's gonna happen next Friday.
The 17th?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that you're gonna pay 3,000 by the 14th. Indicate then also that you'll pay 3,000 by the 20th. That'll
Okay.
work. That's that Monday afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I'll do is I'll adjourn this to October 24th, 2025 at noon. Okay. And at that
Okay.
point, we'll see exactly where we are. Maybe you'll have an answer from Hawk and we can try to get this resolved. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Arbor Woods versus, is it Sharitha Vaughn? Or did they misprint? No. Sharitha Vaughn. All right. Not here.
Correct.
Vaughn? They are not present. I don't think I've had you sworn, so.
No. Casey
All
Matson.
right.
Your
If
Honor.
you'd, all right, if you raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, we're requesting entry of a default possession only judgment. Rent to retain is $2,015.75. Cost of $186.00 for a total of $2,201.75 with a writ to issue after October 20th.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested with the writ issue 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Marjorie Watkins.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Marjorie Watkins, not present. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're requesting entry of a default possession only judgment. Rent to retain is $790.75. Cost of $186.00 for a total of $976.75 with a writ to issue after October 20th.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Kiera Morris. Kiera Morris?
I'm here. Yes,
Oh,
I'm here.
Where are you at? Speak again to me because I need you to light up
I'm
on my
sorry, I'm
screen.
here.
She's a dial-in. Oh, you got her. 561. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, I have rent to retain of $1,632.16. Cost of $186.00 for a total of $1,818.16.
All right. And ma'am, Ms. Morris, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So this situation stems from May, and they put in a non-sufficient funds fee and cashed the money order. So I needed the court docket so legal aid can help me with counsel, because their ledger, I have 3 different ledgers from them, and I don't owe them any money. I've made
Okay,
all of my
so
rent.
you're gonna get legal aid?
Yes, I did it back in May when we had an issue, and I did speak with Rachel Dornbush. She did redo the ledger for me because there was issues with the staff. And after she did it, they went back in and took the credits off and put a lot of fees on there that wasn't discussed with me or their manager. So we've been having this issue since May. So I've been waiting to get to court since May. I did try to put my rent in escrow, but they did the case was dismissed. So I couldn't put the rent in escrow, call legal aid. They said that I needed to have a docket. So this is the first time that I'm able to actually get a docket for court to address these issues outside of the staff and their attorneys.
How much is your monthly rent?
My monthly rent now is $694. I signed my lease for a 12-month lease last year in August. Go ahead.
I just need you to answer my question. How much is your monthly rent?
$694.
Thank you. All right. Have you paid October to the landlord?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I'll order escrow. We'll figure out what the escrow is. I'll reserve it from today's date. You're going to speak with an attorney with legal services. You'll need to do that. And if they need to be in contact with the plaintiff's counsel's office regarding the ledger issue, they should do that before the next hearing date. Otherwise, I will expect that there'll be a written answer, and I'll order all parties to appear at the adjourn date of October 24th, 2025 at 12 noon. Ma'am, that is an in-person hearing, so you'll need to be present in the courthouse. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Arbor Woods versus Adrina, I think, Owens.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
And your name, ma'am?
Adriana.
Oh, I did it okay. Okay. They have an apostrophe. I don't know if you have an apostrophe in your name. They had one.
I do.
I said, I don't know what to do with that. So, all right, thank you. All right, how much is owing?
Your Honor, I have rent retained of $1,100.21, cost of $186.00, for a total of $1,286.21.
All right. And Audrina, how are you going to get that paid? I like that name. That's a beautiful name.
Thank you. I was gonna pay it, but they were supposed to be looking into some water bill issues that I've been having since I moved in. It's been like extremely high or whatever, and they never did get in contact with me. I contacted corporate and everything, and then the officer showed up with the little court paper. But I'm paying it today.
So you're going to pay it today, but
yeah.
But you say there are water bill issues?
Yes, like my water bill been $400 since I moved in, and come to find out, I have like all type of leaks around here. I put in multiple like maintenance requests for them to fix it. They finally fixed it last month, and they told me they was going to look into it, but nobody ever contacted me.
So they were going to look into it and credit your.
Yeah, but they never did, and I end up getting like
I got
a
you.
court order. Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn your case to the 24th, 2025 at noon. Okay, that's an in-person hearing. How much were you going to pay to the landlord?
I was going to go ahead and pay it.
No, I know, I got you. But how much were you going to pay? The
I'm
$12.86. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I want you to do. Okay, hold on. Just hold on. Why does everybody want to talk over me?
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to do like good work today.
Okay.
And everybody's just yelling at me. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. What I want you to do so we can try to get this water bill thing paid so that you're not in court again. at some point, if you think there's a credit that's due you, is to bring the 1286.21, pay that into court escrow. It'd need to be in cash, ma'am. So pay it not by this Monday, but by Tuesday of next week, the 14th, to the court. I'll set that hearing date, and then we can try to get your water issue resolved. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough?
Yes.
All right. So I'll set it for that date at noon. That's an in-person hearing. You'll need to be down at the courthouse. All right?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Arbor Woods versus Ellen Patterson.
Case Matson for the plaintiff.
Ellen Patterson?
No, I'm
Where is
her
she?
daughter,
Okay.
actually.
Hold on a second. What's your name? 694.
My name is Marty Cole.
Okay. I didn't hear your name. Say it again.
Marty, Marti, Cole, Cole. I'm Ellen Patterson's daughter.
Okay. And do you live with Miss Patterson?
Yes, I do. I've been staying with my mom since last year of November. Her cancer had came back, so I came to stay here and took care of her. My mom passed away August 14th, and her beneficiary, which is...
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, Ms. Cole. All right. They're going to have to somehow change this on the... They're going to have to look into the estate. So what I'm going to suggest you do, Ms. Cole, is on the paperwork, is contact the plaintiff's attorney's office.
Okay.
So they can get information and kind of work through this process, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'll adjourn this out to October 24th, 2025 at 12 noon. Okay, that's an in-person hearing, but I'm not sure how plaintiff's going to handle it, but contact them and let's see where we are. And again, our condolences. All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
We'll speak with her.
All right. Arbor Woods versus Latasha Patterson. Not. Patterson, they're not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're requesting entry of a default possession only judgment. Rent to retain is $1,839.69. Cost of $186.00 for a total of $2,025.69 with a writ to issue after October 20th.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with the writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Sharice Robertson.
Yes, hello. How you doing?
Okay, that's Miss Robertson. She's iPhone A. All right. Hello, Miss Robertson.
Hello.
What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, rent to retain is $1,801.00. Cost of $186.00 for a total of $1,987.00.
All right. And Miss Robertson, how are you intending on getting this paid?
Now, how much do I owe?
1987.
1987.
It
Well,
was a good year. I was 4. I'm kidding. Anyway.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I pays every other week, because I get paid unemployment. But I was working and my job was seasonal. And when after I stopped working, I had started working for my auntie, taking care of her, Clementine Foster. I was taking care of her, but I ended up getting in a car accident. So now I go to therapy 3 times a week, but I do pay every other week when I get my unemployment, and I have all my receipts. But when they just started taking partial payments, I guess, because when I was trying to take a partial payment in before, they told me they couldn't take it. I would have to pay that in the next month altogether, and I didn't have it, sir. So I do take, like last week.
Okay, Ms. Robertson,
Yes.
I can solve that part of the partial payment problem. How much can you pay to the landlord?
This Wednesday coming up, I can pay them $7. And, I was
700 this Wednesday, the 15th?
Yes, sir.
And then when your next payment that you could make to them would be what date?
When the next unemployment come, every other Wednesday, sir.
So it's every other Wednesday?
Yes, sir.
So that wouldn't be until after our next date. That's not until the 29th. All right, let's do this. Pay the 700 by the 15th. I'm going to adjourn this out to October 24th, 2025 at noon. To the extent it's necessary, I think Ms. Manson, I'm going to direct the plaintiff to take her payment and apply it to her account.
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. So you get that paid in, then we're looking at a different balance. You may want to contact the landlord, see if you can work something out to get this paid soon. Otherwise, you'll be in court with me. We'll figure it out.
Okay, now you said, so I come on the 25th if I do come to court?
On the 24th.
I mean the 24th. Okay. So so I can go on and pay the $700
Yes.
this week. Okay.
Pay the 700 this week, then we'll see you on the 24th. Whatever other funds that they come in and you got other funds, pay it to the landlord. Okay.
I appreciate
But
it.
they won't reject your $700 payment at this point. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Arbor Woods versus Teresa Robertson.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Teresa Robertson, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're requesting entry of a default possession only judgment. Rent to retain $2,488.31. Court costs of $186 for a total of $2,674.31 with a writ to issue after October 20th.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Kelly Kowalski.
Ms. Matson for the plaintiff.
Kelly Kowalski, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're requesting entry of a default possession only judgment. Rent to retain is $1,705.50. Cost of $186 for a total of $1,891.50 with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with the writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Brittany LaFloria.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Brittany LaFloria, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're requesting entry of a default possession only judgment. Rent to retain is $6,911.90. Cost of $186 for a total of $7,097.90 with a writ to issue after October 20th.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Arbor Woods versus Felicia Hugan and Reginald Hugan.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Hugan. How are you, sir?
Fine. How are you today, sir?
I'm not too bad. All right. What is the claim in this case?
Your Honor, I have rent to retain of $1,771.04. Cost of $242.00 for a total of $2,013.04.
Mr. Hugan?
Yes.
You know what I'm gonna ask. How are you gonna get this paid?
Oh man, I'm just having the worst luck, but I'm blessed. So on the 17th, I will be paying $1,200.
Okay.
And then on my next check on the 31st, I'll be paying the rest.
All right, let's do it this way. So on the 17th, pay the $1,200.
Okay.
I'll set a hearing for October 24th, 2025 at noon, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do with the rest. Okay?
On the 12 noon, I'll try. My hours are like 4 a.m. to 12:30, so I'll be either running real late or, I don't get off to like 12:30.
You've seen my in-person dockets, right? I think
Yeah.
we'll be here. All right. All right.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
I'll try. I'll be running a little late. I'll be there and take me about 10, 15 minutes to get there. So about 12:45 maybe.
Okay. My coordinator said I have to wait for you, so I guess we'll do that. All
I
right.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah, okay. Take
Thank
care,
you.
Mr. Hugan. Get the
Hey,
1200 in and we'll figure it out.
have a
All
blessed
right.
one. Thank you.
All right. You do the same, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Arbor Woods versus Mariah Gibson and Carlos Hatchett.
AC Matson for the plaintiff.
Gibson, Hatchett, not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're requesting entry of a default possession only judgment. Rent to retain is $3,084.40. Cost of $242.00 for a total of $3,326.40 with a writ to issue after October 20th.
Judgment to the plaintiff. Possession redemption amount is in the amount requested. Writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Damon Stafford and Bonseri Poll. I'm not going to ask the other. All right, Mr. Stafford. Okay. Okay. How much is owing on this case?
Your Honor, rent to retain is $2,836.96. Cost of $242.00 for a total of $3,078.96.
Mr. Stafford, if you're driving, I gotta stop the case. I need you parked, sir.
No, I'm literally parking right now, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
What was the total amount, Ms. Manson?
$3,078.96.
Sir, how are you gonna get that paid?
There was an issue. I had made a payment on the 5th. It was showing my balance as $1,000 when I went into my ledger on September the 5th, when I made the payment of $900. And I have a screenshot of that. So I just want to make sure that was on the 5th, and that was after that payment had been applied.
So you're saying this is off by 900?
That was because that's what it showed, the remaining balance after that payment had been applied, and that was on September the 5th.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
So
the only other, so that would have left 1,000 and some change, and then if you add in October's, that puts me right around 1,800, I guess, approximately, with court fees.
Your Honor,
yes.
I do have the $900 payment it was applied on September 6th, and the balance remaining after that was $1,882.13.
Can I submit the screenshot? So I don't know if it was a error or whatever, but I just want to make sure.
I think I'd suggest what you do is go into the office, see if you can get that rectified between now and then, or call the attorney's office. I'm not going to be able to rectify it at this point. But
I do plan on making a payment.
Even if I operate with the balance that you have, is there a payment that you can make by the 24th?
Yes, I'm going to be making a payment of at least $1,400 on the 24th.
On the 24th?
Correct.
Can you do that well before noon?
Yeah, I should be able to. Yeah, usually get paid on the 23rd. So yeah.
All right. So I'll say on the 24th, get that paid as early as you can, so
Yes,
that then if everything's paid, we can rectify it, or we can at least know what the balance is on the 24th. I'll adjourn this out to October 24th, 2025, 12 noon. That is an in-person hearing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court does call the case of Arbor Woods versus Fatima Beg. and Darien Bank. Fatima, Darien Bag. No response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're requesting entry of a default possession only judgment. I have rent to retain of $1,173.00, cost of $242.00, for a total of $1,415.00, with a writ to issue after October 20th.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Spice Tree Apartments versus Angelique Dixon.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Good morning. There's Miss. Hello, Miss Dixon. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, I have rent to retain of $1,882.54, cost of $169, for a total of $2,051.54.
Ms. Dixon, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Okay, so I have a check that is coming in the mail. It should be here by the 15th, so I'll be able to pay $1,200 of that, and the remaining balance.
So 1,200 by about the 15th. Okay, go ahead.
And then anytime between my next check is the 17th, but anytime between the 17th and the 24th, when I get that, I can pay the remaining.
So your next check is the 17th, so you can have the balance. If I say you'll have the balance by that Wednesday, you think that's a good bet by the 22nd?
Yes.
All right, so I'll say you're gonna pay 1,200 by the 15th or thereabouts when the check comes in, then the balance by the 22nd. And then I'll adjourn this out to October 24th, 2025 at noon.
Okay.
Okay, if it's all paid, you don't need to appear,
Mhm.
but otherwise it's an in-person here, you'll need to be here.
Okay,
Just
thank you.
double check with your landlord to make sure that it's all paid before you not show up, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. You have a great day.
You too.
Court does call the case of Sylvan Crossing versus Andre Marshall.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Andre Marshall? Not present. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're requesting entry of a default possession only judgment. Rent to retain is $2,168.96. Cost of $194.00, for a total of $2,362.96, with a writ to issue after October 20th.
300. Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with the writ issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sylvan Crossing versus Dennis Nold.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Yep, there he is. He's up there.
Sorry.
Sir, your name.
Good morning, Dennis Knoll.
All right. Good morning, sir. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, I have rent to retain of $693.85. Cost of $194.00, for a total of $887.85.
Sir, how were you intending on getting this paid?
The 23rd, I get paid the 23rd late, so 24th in the AM, I would do that.
Okay. So you can get the whole balance paid by then?
Yes, and it is
Okay.
87. I was just over at the office and they said 1,079, but I think that is possibly water fee for next month.
I believe that would be correct.
Okay, so it is the 887.85. Thank you.
Correct.
Got it.
There will be
Okay.
likely an additional $30 late fee at that time as well.
Okay.
After the 20th, it looks like that hits.
20th. Okay. If I can do it before then, I will.
All right. Here's what I'll do. I'll indicate that you're going to pay the balance by the 23rd, 24th, right around there, realizing pay. And then I'll adjourn this out to October 24th, 2025 at 12 noon. if you get everything paid and you make sure everything's paid, I don't need to see you. But otherwise, we'll need to see you in person on that date if it's not paid.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. You have a great weekend.
Yep, you too.
And Uptown Ann Arbor versus Patrick Bailey and Aaron Watts. Bailey, Watts, not checked in. You may proceed, counsel.
Your Honor, if I could, what was the last name on that one? Is that Pal's case?
It is a Pallets case. It's Uptown Ann Arbor versus Patrick Bailey and then Aaron Watts.
Your Honor, it does look like that was a dismissal.
It is? Okay.
It should have been filed yesterday.
That's fine. I don't have it, but case is dismissed without prejudice. And then I have Arbor Woods versus Sandoval, Arbor Woods versus Spratling. Spice Tree versus Shelton, Whitaker Oaks versus Wendy Allen, Coachville versus Brian Vasquez, Coachville versus Eden Vasquez, River Ridge versus Sarah Skelton, Sylvan Crossing versus Aria Cummings Jones, Sylvan Crossing versus Lori Minnick, Whitaker Oaks versus Mark Majeski, which I think he's here. All of those matters are dismissed on the motion of the plaintiff. So, Mr. Majeski?
Your Honor?
Hold on. Hang on a second, Motorola Edge. Mr. Majeski?
Here.
I'm here. There he is. We got you. Your case is dismissed. You good with that?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. You have a great weekend, sir.
You as well, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. And Motorola Edge, what's your name?
My name is Joy Mitchell, and I'm a tenant of Arbor Woods. I had a letter for non-payment, but I show a zero balance. Everything is paid up. There was a change in my job, so the payment schedule
Hold
was
on.
thrown.
What's your last name?
Mitchell, Mitchell.
Is she on the docket?
So her case was dismissed earlier this week and removed.
Your case was dismissed earlier this week. And so you were removed from the docket.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. And then do we know who the 1+?
Do not.
There's an individual. Okay, there he is. He knew who he was. What's your name, sir? You're muted. Still muted. Yep, still can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
Hello.
What's your name, sir?
Oh my God. How do I work this?
You're good. Right now, don't touch anything. What's your name?
Okay. You didn't mind Matthew Chavez.
You got him?
Yeah, he was fake, right?
You were a fake case. Who's your landlord?
Evergreen, McKinley.
Yeah. What happened?
You issued a default.
Okay, you didn't answer, so we issued a default. You'll have to come down to the court, file paperwork to have that default, to move to set it aside. Oh, you're muted again.
Okay, I'll do that, Judge. Thank you. I have to go down and have the judgment set aside.
Okay, so he's not there, and then I've got, all right. And Cheyenne, I'll let them do the call, and they'll let us know when they're ready, and then I'll get your case called back up, okay?
Your Honor.
Okay.
All right.
I was able to
Oh.
confirm with my client already.
Oh, you were? Okay, then
Yes.
I'll recall the case, Arbor Woods versus Ellswick Garcia.
Casey Matson on behalf of plaintiff.
Okay, and she is here, and where are we on this case?
Your Honor, I was able to confirm that she did turn in key and vacate, so we will submit a dismissal on this matter.
All right, ma'am, this case will be dismissed. I know it's doesn't make everything all better, but it's a little bit off your plate, okay? Ma'am, have you reached out for resources to help you and your kids?
Yeah, I did apply for the SER, but they denied me due to not cooperating with child support. And the reason why I haven't is because I'm in a domestic violence situation, so that's touchy. But I am working with the safe house to help me move forward.
Okay, so ma'am, let me tell you this. You're not receiving support at this point. Is that the issue?
No, not at this moment, but me and my kids are at the safe house
You're okay.
during the day, and then I stay with family members at night or shelters if they have a bed for me.
Okay. All right, real good. Have you been in contact with the friend of the court at all or no?
Not yet, not at this moment.
All right. Do you want to?
I do.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. All right, Ms. Ellswick. First of all, what I want to do because of the circumstances, we're going to cut this.
Teresa Adjourn.
All right, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, right now there is still an outstanding balance of 2016 in past due rent. That does include October, 214 in court costs. So the total balance is $3,230. The defendant indicates she has reached out to several organizations for assistance and has been getting the cold shoulder so far, but she has not stopped her efforts. And then she did indicate to me that she is looking to get employment. I do not have permission to move this out any further. My client would like a writ in this,
A judgment. Ms. Adjourn, what do you want to tell me? Just hold on. Take a deep breath. Tell me what you want to tell me, okay?
I don't think there's anything left to say. I mean, there's not a lot of help out there. There's no help out there. Hawk, you need to be employed for them to help you. The Michigan Legal Services, you actually have to have a housing voucher or be an A in housing in order for them to help you at this point. The lady told me it is directly because of the new administration cuts that they have made. I haven't been able to find a job.
Ms. Adjourn, if you don't mind me, how old are you?
I'm 55.
Don't. Okay. All right. There are programs for.
Thank you.
For senior housing, but I think you're too young.
I have called them. They don't have anything available. I called the Michigan Legal Clinic. They don't have any space available. So you said to try calling next week.
Okay. Besides,
I feel like I'm out of options at this point.
So I know that in our conversations, Ms. Adjourn, while Michigan Legal Clinic did tell her to call next week, she did indicate that she's going to try to find a part-time employment just to start. She has a big gap in her employment history, which is causing some problems. Other issues are because of her special abilities. She needs a certain type of employment, but starting out part-time is a comfortable place to begin that journey. And so she did indicate that she would make some effort to do that.
And I have been, and I'm working with Michigan Rehabilitative Services. They're working on a plan for me. I think I'm actually meeting with them this week.
So you're meeting with
Or
them
next
this
week, rather.
week, and that's going to develop a plan that hopefully can get you employed.
Correct.
And if you can get employed, then if there's money available through Hawk, then you can qualify because you have some employment.
Exactly. Yeah, it's quite a catch-22.
All right. And I'll just state why I'm going to do it this way, and people can be mad at me if they want. I'm going to adjourn yours out to my next date. I'm doing that clearly over the objection of plaintiff. They may be entitled to a judgment, but for purposes of the record, Ms. Ijems, from the day she first appeared before me, was trying. She was calling. She wasn't getting some responses. She was trying to figure out a system of assistance, which is sometimes difficult to figure out.
I also have a disability lawyer who is trying to expedite my case.
Right. And I recall that also.
Okay.
And you were going through using, and I say this to your credit, you were using whatever tools, whatever you had to try to make this work. It's not like you don't want to do it. It's just a lot of people have difficulty getting things done, but you have other challenges. I'm not saying that in a bad way.
I know.
But you have other challenges that you're trying to sort of fight through to get to a point where somebody can assist you, and then you can find yourself in a position where you're
self-sufficient.
Yeah. And the other thing is, in this case, as with when I asked you your age, it's always the difficult cases are the people that are in the middle. So frankly, if you were probably a little bit younger, I hate saying this at my age, but it makes you more attractive in the employment market to do stuff, right? Then if you were older, there would be certain programs and assistance that would be available to you. You're right in that middle.
Yeah.
And to the upper end of that middle, which makes it even more difficult.
I've been living in the cracks my whole life.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn your case out. If there has to be a judgment next time, it'll still be relatively within the month of October. I'm going to do that because I'm going to let you continue to try. And you know, Ms. James, I'm always one that believes in miracles, and maybe we can see one here. If you can get yourself employed and then maybe talk to Hawk and some funding appear, you're right at that border that if then we found $230 and they can pay the max with Hawk, then you're good.
Yeah.
I don't know that that'll happen, but I'll be darned if I'm not going to try to give it a shot.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll adjourn this to October 24th, 2025 at 2 p.m.
And October 24th.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. You're welcome. All right. Court does call the case of HP Foreclosure Solutions versus Jeffrey Bogdan and Deborah Bogdan and all other occupants. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Mary Cheatham.
And your relation to all of this is?
I'm the daughter of Deborah and Jeffrey.
Gotcha. You're in the premises?
Yes.
And Who else do I have here? I don't have anybody else. Pardon? Okay. Did they tell you they were dismissing this?
No, they did not.
I have. That's crazy. Have you moved out of the premises at all, or
No.
what?
My mother passed in January, so I've been trying to
Right.
handle the probate things and figure out what I'm gonna do. They put in the foreclosure because she said that nobody came to inspect the property, but they did come
Right.
and inspect the property. So.
And then they did come to inspect, which is why they.
Well, they came before I even came to court. They inspected back in August, but apparently there was no communication between the lawyer and the foreclosure company, so. Apparently they verified and they decided to dismiss it.
Okay. Well, I thank you for coming down. I'm assuming you don't have any objection to the
No,
dismissal?
not at all.
All right, this case is dismissed.
Okay, I can pick up a copy of that.
Pardon?
I can get a copy of.
You know what? They had you go all the way down here. I'm gonna do something we don't normally do. Can you make her a copy of that?
Thank you very much.
We'll do it from the courtroom. That way you don't have to stop waiting in line for the file. That's fine. Go ahead. Is what that copy doesn't. How many people does it take to operate a copy? I could have handwritten the thing. Okay, all right, we'll see. She's been waiting like 4 hours for a copy. Oh, yeah, she's been. What? And these two came with you? Are they with you?
They came. Yeah.
You're with yourselves.
We're here for support.
Thank you.
What, did you think there was gonna be a fight or something? What? Oh, okay. All right. Man, you take care. You guys take care. Have a great day. Pardon? Maybe not. Who are you?
My daughter slapped me down in my, and you had her put in the pokey for, I think, 3 days.
For 3 days. I do not remember yet. Well,
Olivia Van Buren.
Name rings a bell.
She had a boyfriend that was a troublemaker, and she kind of had it out.
Right.
She and I went at it.